that be at the door. Yeah, let's see. Yes, yeah. What's happening? Now I'm clowning y'all. Come on in, man. Come on in, man. Thank y'all for coming in on this virtual tour of Frequency Canvas. Appreciate it. My homie Pat gonna give y'all a quick spin around view of the room real quick. Just give him a spin around view, just real quick. Just let him see. All right, that's enough. We like to have fun around here as we work, man. Thank y'all for coming in. I just want to let y'all know I am professional. You know, I do. We do keep it on, but as I work, I like to take this heavy Boulevard watch off and sit it on my desk, cause that's from me being a drummer. I like to not have a lot of weight on my wrist while I'm working. And believe it or not, this content video was working. So I want to thank y'all for joining us. Today is February 4th, 2022. I hope that y'all 2022 has been going well for y'all. We did a part 1 to this last year in 2020. My guy Young Pooty was holding the camera for me and we gave y'all a tour. But me and my dude Pat wanted to give y'all a part 2 to that. And yeah, so first off, just the concept of this room is we are in downtown Marion, Indiana. It's a beautiful location here, downtown Marion, Indiana, 102 East 4th Street. We are in Suite 204, and everything is one room. It's a very modern day approach. We don't have a big console down here. We have a smaller SSL console at the center of our summit and stuff. We have small mic collection of high-end microphones because we only record vocals. Like I said, it's a very modern approach. So at any given time, we need to be able to record vocals. We need to be able to mix and master music. We need to be able to do post-production things, maybe for like, you know, music or podcast or film stuff. And we need to be able to do music production stuff. And so when you need all of those different services to be able to happen in one room, you need something that's going to serve a multifunctional kind of service list. And so that's the concept of this room. So there's no separate vocal booth, anything. Closest thing you're going to get to a separate vocal booth is in that corner back there. And most people like being here in the room when they record. So that's why. So at the start of it, since we're right here, we're just going to get started. We're just going to go around and talk about things. So right here, this is the Mojave MA300 2 condenser microphone. Microphones have become very popular since the early 2000s. They are amazing, especially for male vocals. Phenomenal, even on female vocals, but especially for male vocals, they are phenomenal. We do a lot of hip hop recording up here, so that's a lot of male vocals for hip hop. So that microphone is incredible. Next, we got that world famous AKG 414. You'll see these in many studios for many different uses. Here we use this as a second go-to vocal mic. And the reason that is it sounds phenomenal on female vocals. And it sounds really great on male vocals as well. It gives you that real upfront sound through the mix. So like in hip hop, a lot of trap kind of sound of music, it does well for that. Like with the auto-tune stuff where you run right in front of your faces, it just cuts through. Just a really natural sound of microphone. But drum overheads, guitars, I mean, anything that you put this thing, it's a workhorse. It's one of the most versatile microphones ever made on the market. And that's what makes it so legendary within recording studios. And next microphone we have is the world famous, hate it or love it, Shure SM7B. Now these days, these microphones are very popular for YouTube videos, like so YouTube and podcasts, radio stations. You're going to see these on a lot of radio stations. You're going to see these in a lot of recording studios for sometimes drums. People use them for a lot of vocals. A lot of singers use them. A lot of rock, like in rock and roll especially. They're really good. So it's not my favorite microphone. If I'm doing Zoom classes or I'm doing some kind of content, it's really good for that. But I'm not really a fan of it for if I'm recording somebody's song or album. This is not going to be my go-to vocal microphone. So I'm just being honest with you. I know there's probably going to be some people in the comments saying something watching this video disagreeing with me, and that's fine. At the end of the day, we still got one in the studio. So, there's a reason that it's here. But I'm going to kind of step to the side and let my guy Pat come around here, and we're going to go through some of the outboard gear that we got over here. Starting right here, we got the ISA 1 mic pre. In my opinion, this is the best mic pre ever created. Rupert Neve design. Very similar to a 1073. Right under that, you have the Golden Age 2254. They are Neve renditions. So really, really great. I use those on master and on the stereo bus compressor. They give you that real warm, silky tone from Neve. Next right here, we have the Analog Heat. I love this thing. Once again, I use this on whole mixes. Sometimes the master, sometimes on the master bus, just depending on the application. Right next to it, we have the beautiful, the one and only SSL 6 console. Go ahead and show that boy off. Now, we get up to 12 channels of summon on this thing. You get the G-Bus compressors. You got 2 mono channels fully functioning with EQ and compression that can be bypassed. We get the super analog mic pre's. There is no console under $3,000. To me, that is more valuable. Best bang for the buck. Next, we're going to go over to the rack and just go down. These first two, you have the Quantum 2626 interfaces by PreSonus. They are Thunderbolt 3 interfaces. They are really fast. They really sound amazing. Don't be fooled because they're PreSonus. They are high-end. The quality is high-end. Next, under that, you have the DBX 376 vacuum tube channel strip. They don't even make these things anymore. All you need to know is they sound phenomenal. They sound like an SSL with tubes. Under that, we have the Warm Audio WA73 channel strip, which is a Neve 1073 clone. Speaks for itself. Right under that, we have the DBX 160A. If you don't know about that, them are some of the most legendary compressors of all time. Next, we have the Blackline Audio 17 compressor, which is an 1176 rendition. Go do your research on that. Under that, we have the Warm Audio WA76, which once again is an 1176 rendition from Warm Audio. Under that, we have the Pro VLA2 from Art. Very inexpensive piece, but it sounds really expensive. I think every studio of any caliber should have that. Next on the desk, we have the Fader Port 8 from PreSonus. This is a control surface. Control surface has 8 faders on it where you can control. For our monitor management, we had the PreSonus monitor station. It just works out really well. Love that thing. Over here, we have these Heritage 3000 from Midas emulations. One is a compressor, one is the EQ. They are made by TC Electronics. So these are plugins, but they have hardware controllers on them. So it's really dope that you still get that analog kind of hands-on workflow, but it's completely digital and in the box, and you can use it an unlimited amount of times. Let's go over here to the speakers. Over here to the far left, we got the Aventone Mix Cubes. The greatest, most horrible sounding speakers. Next, we got the KRK V8s. These are some of the most amazing speakers we've ever heard, and we've been using those since 2017. Right here we have the brand new Focal Alpha 50 Evos. Now in the other video we had the first generation. This is the new second generation, and they are an update. They sound a lot better. Right here we got the IK iLoud speakers, and really we just had these small speakers just for kind of playback purposes. They're small and they get the job done. Next in the studio we have 3 pair of these. These are the KRK KNS 8400s. They basically sound like they're speakers on your head, in your headphones. Basically, it's like taking 2 of their speakers and basically putting them up to your ear. And behind those, you will see the TC Electronic Clarity M stereo version. Now, the great thing about that is we can change the scope. We can see the LUFS and average levels like RMS, and then we can see peak. We can see different scopes. I can change that. Now the good thing about that is, is that it allows me, if I'm showing things on the screen and I want to get rid of some things, it allows me to still have some meters on the desk. So it saves me real estate within the computer. That's great. That's phenomenal. Everybody should want that. You should want those hands-on tools that allow you to be able to be more musical. That's ergonomics. You want that at the end of the day. You definitely want that at the end of the day. Moving over here. This is our native instrument section. Now right here we got the machine controller. I believe this is the Mark III, if I'm not mistaken, whatever the latest version of the machine controller is. Right here, this is the native instrument KNS 60, the KS61, I'm sorry, it's not KNS. The native instrument complete KS61, I believe. This is the 61 controller that has the 2 screens. Under that, we have the Nectar universal pedals. Got a regular sustain pedal and expression pedal. They help. Up here, we have the Shure SM58 microphone. You know, just in case you want to get your Pharrell Williams or your Timberland production on. You know, you can sample voices in there, beatbox, do whatever you want. It's just really fun because it runs right into the drum machine. Under that, oh yeah, we got more outboard. Got another rack we working on. This is the WA2A from Warm Audio, LA2A clone. One of the most famous vocal compressors of all time. And that right there is amazing. Now, like I said, this room, man, is meant for us to be able to jump in and jump out of different things. One day I might be mastering music. One day I could be mixing music. One day I could be tracking vocals. One day I can be doing all of those. One day I could be in a weird situation where I'm producing music and making beats for somebody and songwriting and doing all of those things. Or I might be editing a podcast. So you want to be able to, whether you're at home or you're in a commercial space like this, you want to be able to make sure that you set up your room to be able to have multiple streams. The days of just doing one thing are pretty much over with. If you want to make this your full-time job and you want to be able to hit them financial goals, running your business, you need to be able to have streams. That way, when this 1 or 2 things over here slow down, you still got these 3 or 4 things that can help pick up at the end of the day, because not everything is guaranteed to be consistent in running a business, as all my creative entrepreneurs and just entrepreneurs everywhere know. So my name is Kyren Monteiro, CEO and president of Frequency Canvas LLC. Thank y'all for coming to check out this hub, this location that we call the Canvas. And if y'all want to get a hold of us, check out frequencycanvas.com. You can email our office at office@frequencycanvas.com. Once again, that's office@frequencycanvas.com to book us. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook page, Instagram, @frequencycanvas. And yeah, if you want to just shoot some general questions, you can email us, info@frequencycanvas.com. We can answer some general questions, but pretty much everybody just wants to know rates, booking, and all of that. So all of that stuff can be handled office@frequencycanvas.com. Or if you're within the United States, look up our business phone, 765-506-3380. Once again, that's 765-506-3380. And you can give us a call if you're within the United States or somewhere that can handle that. But for most of us, email works the best. So I want, once again, thank y'all for joining us on this virtual reality tour. Y'all stay safe out here. COVID is still going on. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. We want y'all to be safe, but we want y'all to be creative and be dope. I want to thank my homie Patrick Johnson of DreamWorks Visuals, a.k.a. Pat the Designer, for being behind the camera and helping me out on this, because I know boys be trying to hold their own camera, but I'm trying to be up in here getting it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be holding no camera at the end of the day. Y'all stay safe, protect yourself, and this is a reality that all things can happen at the end of the day. This was part 2. As we go through the year, we might show y'all some upgrades, but between the first one and this one, we made just a little bit of upgrades. It's not too much stuff added, but we did add it. Oh yeah, let me before we get off here, another upgrade that we did make. We did upgrade to the Native Instrument standard. When we bought all of the production stuff, it came with just the Native Instrument Complete Select, which was just free drum sounds and free instrument sounds that came with this. But obviously on Black Friday had a sale, and I knew they was going to have a sale. So we caught a great upgrade deal on this, and so now we have the standard. So for all of you producers who want to come up and wonder if we have professional grade sounds, yes, we have professional grade sounds. It don't just look pretty, it sound pretty. And on that note, we out of here. Y'all be safe. And one more thing, we forgot. Sound ID. Now, this Sound ID is room correction software. I think it goes for maybe between $300 and $400. Every studio can have this. A lot of y'all with home recording studios, super small home recording studios at that, probably have not invested the most into your wall treatment. If you look around this room, give them a spin around one more time, Pat, you will see that we have treatment on the walls. You will see in these front corners up here that we have bass traps. Even on this one over here, we got bass traps. So we're in a very neutralized room. That's enough. That's cool. So this is great. So what you would do, this is from SonarWorks, their Sound ID. You will plug it up into the interface, and it gives you instructions, and you will measure like 35 different speaker measurements, and it would give you what they like, the flattest frequency response possible for your speakers in your room. And it's for headphone management as well. You can do different speaker simulations, so you can turn one pair of monitors into several speakers. What do I mean by that? You can see what it would sound like on an iPad. You can see what mix cubes would sound like and different things. So that is a really important piece that I feel like a lot of studios, from multi-million-dollar studios down to the smallest home studios, need is room treatment software, sound treatment software, acoustic treatment software, whatever you want to, room correction, that's what you call it. Room correction software. Room correction software. I feel like a lot of people need that in the studio. So do not forget how important this is. Once again, book with us. Office@frequencycanvas.com is our email. www.frequencycanvas.com. 765-506-3380. And we out of here.